Good evening, children. Welcome to social class. Today, we will discuss about the possible alternative for partition of India. Right? Till yesterday, we discussed about the negotiations and transferring of power of 1945. My dear students, as a result of 1942 Quit India movement, the British government decided to give independence to us. Giving independence nothing but possible alternative for partition of India. I mean, transferring of powers. Right? In 1945, the British government decided that to create India as a executive council. I mean, they have to decided to set up an executive council except Viceroy and defense minister. The defense minister and executive means viceroy should be performed with the British government only, but rest of the executive council should be created by the British for the Indians. Right now, so this type of possible alternative for not agreed by either Muslim League or the Congress. Right now, next let us moving on. Possible alternative for partition of India with the cabinet mission 1946. In the month of March 1946, cabinet mission so which visited our country from the Britain. So this mission which consists of 3 members. It was 3 members committee. They were A.B. Alexander, Frederick Lawrence and Sir Stafford Cripps. Once again, A.B. Alexander, Frederick Lawrence and Sir Stafford Cripps. So with these 3 members, they visited our country in the name of cabinet mission. Right? So this mission has to be partition of our country, but this mission plan was not agreed by either Muslim League or the Congress. You know, the Muslim League trying to partition of India, but not uniting India it is. The Congress party intention is that India should be united, but not partition. But the Muslim League intention is that India should be partitioned. Explain. A separate state should be created for the Muslims in the northwestern part of India. Right? So this is the reason the cabinet mission plan in the month of March 1946 was failed. And the Muslim League many times negotiated with the Congress party for partition of India, many times. All the negotiations failed. So on 16th August 1946, this is important day. On 16th August 1946, the Muslim League called for Direct Action Day. Direct Action Day. Here, what is Direct Action Day mean? The League has been demanding separate state for the Muslims in the name of Pakistan. But here, the Congress party doesn't agree for partition of India. Right? The Indian National Congress, since 1885 onwards, fighting for independence for India. But here, the Muslim League, which was emerged in 1906, has been creating, partitioning the people. I mean, disintegrating of our country, isn't it? That is why the Indian National Congress was not interested with the Muslim League for negotiations. The negotiation is for partition of India, but not for should be united. That is why the League met with Congress many times for partition of India, but it was not succeeded. So this is the reason the Muslim League called all the Muslims come on to the streets and making the riots against Hindus. Right? So that is called Direct Action Day. When was Muslim League called Direct Action Day? On 16th August 1946 and asked to making the riots over the nation against Hindus. So in this riots, thousands of people were died. most of them Hindus only died, but not the Muslims. Here, the Muslim League made a nuisance over India for partition of India itself. Right now, many times this league met with the Congress party for partition of India, but the Congress party not at all agreed for partition. This is the reason many riots took place in India. In this riots, the Muslims killed many Hindus. This is why the Congress party and along with the Mahatma Gandhi agreed for partition of India. Because of this riots only. Because of this direct action day only. Right? See, after this riots, the viceroy of our country was changed from Lord Wavell to Lord Mountbatten. Actually, who was Lord Wavell? He was a viceroy during the time of this riots. Right now, after Wavell, Mountbatten came to India as a viceroy. Right? So during Lord Mountbatten, then he has to make a possible alternative for partition of our country. But in the beginning, then he called two kinds of people, two parties, either League and also the Congress. Yes, no. See, both the people met with the Lord Mountbatten for to be united. Actually, he tried to unite the nation, but not partition. But the League demanded partition of India only, but not to be united. So, Lord Mountbatten made a plan. He is called India Independence Act or Partition Plan. According to Partition Plan, India partitioned as India and Pakistan. Right? In the month of March 1947, Punjab should be partitioned as East Punjab and West Punjab. Do you know there were two Punjabs be in India? One Punjab be in Pakistan, another Punjab be in India itself, isn't it? So the Punjab, which is one of the province of our country, partitioned as East Punjab and West Punjab. So West Punjab moves to Pakistan, East Punjab moves to India, right? And also the Bengal province, which is much bigger, also partitioned as East Bengal and West Bengal. Right now, this way the partition plan of 1947 partitioned India or disintegrate India as India and Pakistan. Right? According to Lord Mountbatten plan, on 14th August 1947, the independence declared for Pakistan. And on 15th August 1947, the independence declared for Indian Union. Right? Have to remember that according to Mountbatten plan or the partition plan which is made by Lord Mountbatten, India partitioned as two separate nations based on the religious conflicts. You know, the League has been demanding since 1940 onwards for a partition of India and demanding there should be a separate governing arrangement should be created for the Muslims in northwestern part of India. And also the Muslim leaders like Muhammad Ali Jinnah, Muhammad Iqbal, right? And the Punjabi Muslim student Chaudhary Rahmat Ali announced and created in the minds of the Muslims regarding the partition of India itself. As I told you in the previous class, Muhammad Iqbal, as he was the poet of Sare Jahan Se Acha Hindustan Hamara, he mentioned there would be a separate governing arrangement in the northwestern part of India that is called NWFP, Northwest Frontier Provinces, by addressing of all the Muslims in 1930. Yes, no. So many Muslim leaders demanding separate nation for them. But but the Congress party not such a way. The Congress party since 1885 onwards has been fighting for integration of our country and for independence only. Clear? So this is why when they called for direct action day on 16th August 1946, but there was no alternative for Indians who were the leaders of Congress party and agreed for partition of India. Even the last viceroy of our country, Lord Mountbatten, also tried to unite India. He tried, but he also failed. At last, he made a plan in the name of 1947 plan or India Independence Act or the partition plan. According to partition plan, India partitioned as two separate nations as a Muslim state and for a state which is created for other kinds of people like Hindus, Christians, Jainis, Buddhism, isn't it? Two states were created. It was a painful situation for the Congress states, especially Mahatma Gandhi. As a Mahatma Gandhi, as a greatest freedom fighter for our country, has been fighting for India independence, but not for partition. So this painful incident took place on 14th August 1947, and the people of our country who were especially think about India independence suffered a lot. Here what happened? India disintegrated. India cut into two separate nations, cut into two separate pieces. Yes, no. Northwestern part of India created a separate nation for the Muslims in the name of Pakistan, and the rest of our country for the yes, no, other kinds of people. Right now. So it was happened. At last, Lord Mountbatten created or announced independence for the Pakistanis on 14th August 1947. The very next day, on 15th August 1947, the independence which is declared for Indians. Right now, here the partition finished. But next to task is migration. You know, what does migration mean? Migration means movement of people from one to another place or displacement. Right? Displacement. Here, who are going to displace? The people who have been living in northwest frontier provinces. Now Pakistan, you know, a separate nation created for the Muslims in the northwestern part of India. There the Hindus also living now. Till 1947, there the Hindus also living. So the people has to be displaced. Means they have to move towards to their nation. That is India it is. And the Muslims who has been living in various provinces like Bengal province or the Punjab state has to be moved towards to Pakistan. So this is called what? Migration. Migration. Right? So let you understand who migrate. Not all the Indians are going to migrate. Not all the states, all the provinces of Indians are going to migrate. But where India partition, there the people only going to migrate. Here, India partition in the northwestern part of India only, where northwest India provinces, West Punjab, Sindh, right now, and even the Bengal province, right now. See, most of the Muslims in our country have been living in Punjab province and the Bengal province, right now. And Hindus also have been living in these two provinces. And when it comes to Pakistan, in Pakistan also the Hindus has been living now. It was a part of India before 1947. So here, according to partition plan, the people has to be moved. In Pakistan, only Muslims should be, no Hindus are. You know, the Pakistan government forced the Hindus and moving towards to India. Right now. And the Indian government did not push the Muslims who has been living in Punjab and even Bengal province also. Yes, there was an alternative given by the Indian government to them because India is a secular state. So in this displacement, 1.5 crore people displaced. 1.5 crore people displaced. And why they have been displacing? while they have been moving from one to another part of the nation, 2 to 3 lakh people, 2 to 3 lakh people, okay, killed, burned, and also looted. While they have been coming towards to our country from Pakistan, whoever the Hindus, they were killed, burned, and also looted. Looted. See, most of the migrants doesn't know why they have been displacing. But the leaders of our country, of the Congress party, the leaders of Muslims well known about the India partition, right now. But the common people who have been living in the Pakistan region, who are the Hindus, and the people who have been living in India, in Punjab and Bengal province, or the Muslims, did not know why they have been displacing, why they need to migrate, right now. So this is the reason. Then the people, whoever the migrants, felt very pain because they were very habituated to living over there. For example, Hindus have been living in Sindh province. Then they are unable to move from Sindh towards to our country because it was the native place of them. They were habituated to live in Sindh province. Their land should be in Sindh province and their housing also in that particular province only. And they had a big doubt when they migrate towards to our country, who will create a housing for them, who will show the lands for them. So that is why the people had a big question mark whether they have to move towards India or not. But here in Pakistan, the Pakistan government has pushed all the Hindus and moving towards to India. Right now. See, but Indian government has taken care of the migrants who have been coming from Pakistan to our country and also took steps and set up a few camps also for them. Camps, that is called relief camps. The relief camps set up by the Indian government for the migrants who has been coming from Pakistan to India. In the relief camps, then the people who decided who are coming from Pakistan, whether they are legally coming or not. Yes, no. And they asked to show their identity cards also who came to our country at the time of partition. At last, the Indian government had shown the shelter for them and also shown their lands for them in the Bengal province particularly. Right now. So where the present Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand and the West Bengal states, so there the shelter was created for the migrants who came from Pakistan. Right now. Then it was happens, what happened? It was happens after the partition of our country. Right now. So this is about migration. Right now. How many number of people migrated from Pakistan to India or India to Pakistan? 1.5 crore people displaced or migrated. While they have been migrating or displacing, 2 to 3 lakh people were killed or burnt or looted also. Looted also. Right now. See, but coming to Mahatma Gandhi and the Congress party leaders felt very unhappy. Even Mahatma Gandhi did not attend to first Independence Day celebration from 15th August 1947 because he went to West Bengal at Naukhal it is. You know, the Bengal province, which is the bigger one, there the two kinds of people have been living, Hindus and the Muslims. But the Muslims who were in the Bengal province were insecure along with the Hindus. And the people who has been living in Pakistan or the Hindus also felt insecure. But here what happens, from Pakistan, almost all the Hindus came to our country. But from Bengal province of our country, Punjab province of our country, that all the Muslims moved to Pakistan. Because here our country had secured for the people because India is a democratic and secular state. Whatever the ideologies followed by the Pakistan government, but India had followed an ideology was democratic and secularities, and also resoluted minority rights or rights of the minorities. Okay, who were the minorities here? The people who felt insecure to live in our country were the minorities, especially Muslims who are living in Bengal province and also Punjab, isn't it? So, for the sake of them, the government of India under Nehru passed a resolution in the name of minority rights, or rights of the minorities act, isn't it? Here, the Indian government to secure for the people, but not the British government. When the Pakistan government did not give any evidences, any support to the Hindus who has been living in Pakistan region. So this is the reason almost all the Hindus who migrated from Pakistan to India, but not all the Muslims moved towards to Pakistan from India, because Indian government secured for them and also passed a resolution in the name of rights of minorities. Rights of minorities, right now. And here the Indian government, nothing but the Congress government did not go with the yes, no, 2 nations, 3 units. Unfortunately, India partitioned, but nobody had interested to partition of India. No Congress party leader hadn't any interest for partition of India. Unfortunately, it was happened because of Muslim League only, because of direct action day on 16th August 1946. This is why India partitioned, but not no more any reason, sir. So due to religious conflict, only India partition. Yes, due to demand from the Muslim League, only India partition. But India as a secular state protected the Muslims in our country who has been living in particular provinces like Bengal and Punjab. And as I told you that the government of India also passed a resolution for the sake of minorities in the name of rights of minorities. Right now, here what happens? Mahatma Gandhi was not attended to independence celebrations on 15th August because he went to Naukhali in Kolkata, West Bengal, where the Muslims were not felt insecure. They were not insecure. So that for behalf of the Muslims who were in West Bengal, Mahatma Gandhi called a hunger strike also. He called hunger strike. He fasted for 1 week of time. Then after, he went to Delhi on 9th of September 1947. Isn't it? Same. But India as a secular state, it was announced by the Indian government. But here Mahatma Gandhi wanted to gather all the people to be united. So that he was conducted religious meetings every day by evening at Birla House, and asked Mahatma Gandhi to attend various kinds of people, not only Hindus, not only Muslims. He called all the religions to talk to Mahatma Gandhi, and he spoke with them. India has been securing for all the religion as a secular state. It was a democratic secular state. It was unlike Pakistan. In Pakistan, only Muslims has been living. The government has been securing for the Muslims and making acts or making resolution for the sake of only Muslims. But here, the Indian government has been securing or making the acts or making the law for the sake of all kinds of people. Right now, to overcome the fears or insecurity feelings over the Muslims in our country, he conducted religious meetings every day by evening. But on the fine day of 28th January 1948, a first shoot attempt happened on Mahatma Gandhi. First shoot by Nathuram Godse. Because as he was the member of Hindu Mahasabha, Nathuram Godse was the member of Hindu Mahasabha, not very interested with Mahatma Gandhi, because Mahatma Gandhi was the main reason for the partition of India. He thought that. As he was thought that he was main cause for the partition of India. That is why Nathuram Godse, as he was the member of Hindu Mahasabha, targeted Mahatma Gandhi to assassinate him. Right? Then he trying to shoot Mahatma Gandhi on 28th January 1948, but he was failed. Okay, and the second attempt on the next 2 days, that is on 30th January 1948. He attended the prayer meeting. Yes, the Mahatma Gandhi was on the stage. The rest of the people, okay, sat down and were listening the words of Mahatma Gandhi. Suddenly, the Nathuram Godse entered in the prayer ground and pick out a gun and shoot at Mahatma Gandhi 3 times. Then Mahatma Gandhi fallen down, and the last word of Mahatma Gandhi was "Hey Ram." Right? Then very next day, Nathuram Godse was caught by the police at Bombay, and he was arrested and imprisoned and sentenced to death. Then immediately the Hindu Mahasabha was suspended for its political trends or political opponents. Actually, Hindu Mahasabha is one of the political organization which was set up for uniting all the Hindus. As I told in the previous class, two cultural organizations which was set up against Muslim League. They were Hindu Mahasabha and RSS, Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh. So these two organizations have been working for uniting all the Hindus against Muslim League, isn't it? So these two organizations hadn't interested for partition of India. It is. So this is the reason the member of Hindu Mahasabha, Nathuram Godse, assassinated Mahatma Gandhi on 30th January of 1948. Right? So after the death of Mahatma Gandhi, then after the government of India has taken the step for making India as a complete nation. That is about integration of princely state. So we will discuss about the next topic is the integration of princely state. This is a very important topic. Integration of princely state. First of all, what is meant by integration? Integration means yes, adding or merging the princely states. In the beginning of the class, as I told you that during the British period, India divided into two different parts. That is provinces and the princely states. Provinces mean the areas which are directly ruled by the British government only. Example, Bengal province, North-West Frontier provinces, United province. Yes, no. So all these provinces which are directly ruled by the British government only. The rest of India ruled by Indian princes. The British government declared independence for British provinces as well as the princely states also. Right now. But according to Partition Plan 1947, the Indian princely states had a right to join with Indian Union or Pakistan or independent. My dear students, the British provinces declared independence. It is clear. But the rest of the princely states were there. There were around 550 princely states in our country. These 550 princely states needs to integrate into Indian Union, needs to merge with Indian Union. But the British government given a choice for them whether they are become independent or may join with India or Pakistan. Right now. So most of the Indian princely states are the princely people had conducted Praja Mandal movements and shown their interest for joining with Indian Union or for merging with Indian Union, but not for partition or else, but not for becoming independent. Yes, no. So this biggest task which was given to the first Home Minister of India, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Yes, no. So he had started for integration of princely states. So he talked with the princely people, asked them to add their princely states into Indian Union. Most of them agreed for join their princely states into Indian Union, but few of them did not agree. For them, he was given gifts and compensation given for them, money given for them, and also pension. You know, the pension which is named as Privy Purse. This is important. What is Privy Purse? Privy Purse means the pension given for the royal families. The pension given for the royal family is called as privy purse. He was given the privy purse, nothing but pension to the royal families, and asked them to integrate their princely states into Indian Union. So he integrated almost all except Kashmir, Junagadh, and Hyderabad. Till 15th August 1947, almost all the princely states integrated except to Kashmir, Junagadh, and Hyderabad. Here, the Kashmir king Maharaja Hari Singh has declared Kashmir as an independent state. As I told you, according to partition plan, the princely states of our country become independent, may join with Indian Union or Pakistan, isn't it? According to that plan, he declared Kashmir as an independent state. That is why this Kashmir region, which is integrated into Indian Union in the year of 1948, and Pakistan invaded on India. Right? Next to Junagadh and Hyderabad. These two princely states has taken police force, and there was a Indian armed forces has taken the step for integration of these two princely states. Do you know Hyderabad integrated by an operation is called Operation Polo. Operation Polo. Okay, what is Operation Polo? Operation Polo is an Indian military operation for the merger of Hyderabad state into Indian Union. Actually, it was Nizam state now. Nizam ruled till 1948. Right now, to overcome this Nizam government, for integration of Hyderabad state into Indian Union, the government of India runs an operation is called Operation Polo. Right now, this operation succeeded by the central government and integrated this princely state into Indian Union. Then the Junagadh also integrated, but not Kashmir till 1948. Because this Kashmir king Maharaja Hari Singh declared his state as an independent state according to partition plan. So, in 1948, when Pakistan attacked on India, I mean in Jammu and Kashmir, then the Kashmir king agreed itself into Indian Union. Right now, see, in 1948, the northern part of Jammu and Kashmir already occupied by Pakistan. You know very well, the northern part of Kashmir known as POK, Pak occupied Kashmir. Pakistan occupied Kashmir it was, which is northern part of India. So now the government of India has been taking steps for integration of POK into Indian Union. This is why the government of India partitioned Jammu and Kashmir into two separate union territories as Ladakh and Kashmir. Right now, no Jammu and Kashmir states. The Jammu and Kashmir partitioned as Ladakh and Kashmir. Ladakh in the east, Kashmir in the west. Ladakh and Kashmir were the UTs, but the Kashmir also had given a status like Delhi. You know, Delhi is union territory or not, and also the state. There would be elections, and once in 5 years there, the government also set up. In the same way, in Kashmir also happens. The Kashmir had the assembly also. Right now, come UTTs. So there were 9 number of union territories in Indian subcontinent. 9 number of union territories. In the previous, there were only 7. Very recently, the 2 UTs were added. They are Ladakh and Kashmir. So very, very important it is. Right now, the number of states in India are 28, but not 29. Right now, but 29th state of India was Telangana, as it was emerged. But right now, 28 states only. One of the state which is partitioned, it was left from Indian Union. That is Jammu and Kashmir. Right now. So when we dismiss this particular state of Jammu and Kashmir, then there are 28 states only. So Jammu and Kashmir partitioned as Ladakh and Kashmir it is. 2 UTs are. Right now, the number of states in our country, 28 states and 9 union territories. So the successful task which is completed by Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. That is why he is a symbol of nation. I mean, unity of India itself. You know, there was a statue of unity which is built along the river Narmada. Means on the bank of river Narmada there was a statue of unity. Sardar Patel statue which is installed on the bank of river Narmada. So this is the symbol of unity of our country. Right? So the biggest task which is integration of princely states has given to the first Home Minister of India, Sardar Patel. He was completed this task successfully on or before 15th August 1947, except these three princely states. By the next 2 years, these three also added to Indian Union. Next 2 years, I mean by 1948 and 49, isn't it? So this way, the Indian leaders, from the Congress Party, other freedom fighters have struggled for Indian independence and also faced a painful situation, that is partition of India. So in this particular lesson, how India got independence, how it was partitioned, and how migration took place, how Sardar Patel was integrated these princely states into Indian Union, we discussed. So my dear students, have to go through the textbook because reading textbook is mandatory. Have to read each and every sentence and note it down, because right now there were 20 marks allotted for part B, 20 marks. So don't miss the marks in the part B to get good GPA. Right now. So thank you all. Have a nice day.